this to your position. So Representative Richardson, if you could offer your testimony at this time. Thank you very much.
Barbara Richardson, and I represent the towns of Richmond and Fitzwilliam. The history of marriage shows that it has evolved to become more inclusive and fair as we have developed in our understanding of constitutional guarantees of equality and full citizenship. It has also evolved to reflect changes in society. For example, marriage laws have changed to reflect growing recognition and respect for the full equality and citizenship of women. Women traditionally lost their legal identity and status under the legal fiction of coverture. Under coverture, the marriage couple was presumed to be a single entity, and the husband was seen as the legal, economic, and political representative of the marriage. In contrast, the wife had no rights whatsoever under marriage. That meant that once she married, she lost the right to earn money, own or sell property, and sue or be sued in her own name. Gradually, during the 1800s, however, society and the law evolved to recognize that depriving women of their legal status upon getting married was not only unfair, but violated our Constitution's guarantee of equality for all people, regardless of sex. In New Hampshire, the state legislature rejected the law of coverture in 1846. As a result, women regained their legal and economic status as individuals, even after marriage. At the time, however, supporters of coverture saw this change as something radical and to be feared. Progress continued in New Hampshire until marriage laws were entirely purged of prior dated beliefs about the inequality of women, and finally reflected the view we have today of marriage as a commitment between two loving and equal people. Marriage has also evolved beyond past beliefs about the inferiority of racial minorities. For example, before the emancipation of slaves in this country, slaves could not get legally married. After emancipation, however, discriminatory marriage laws persisted that forbade marriages between a white person and a non-white person. Supporters of these anti-miscegenation laws justified them, as many justified the exclusion of same-sex couples from marriage today, on religious doctrine and the belief that interracial marriage was intrinsically antithetical to the definition of traditional marriage. By 1940, a majority of states, 30 out of 48, had banned interracial marriage in some form. In 1948, however, the California Supreme Court became the first state court to strike its anti-miscegenation law. By the time the United States Supreme Court was ready to do the same and strike down anti-miscegenation laws nationally in 1967, there were only 17 states which had anti-miscegenation laws.
Representative, I apologize, but we're kind of at the end, and I have a gentleman here that I skipped over, and I'd like to give him an opportunity to speak. If you could just give us your written testimony, that would be wonderful.
Prohibiting marriage, okay. And New Hampshire was one of only 9 states that did not have an anti-miscegenation law. That's a history New Hampshire can be proud of many years later. Now, New Hampshire should continue that proud history of equality and inclusion by ending the discriminatory exclusion of same-sex couples from marriage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr.